throughout the city, and we began the day this morning at Trinity United Church in Christ, where I don't know how many thousands of people gathered this morning, heard a truly moving sermon about the work ahead for the country in terms of police, community, relationships, and justice and the criminal justice system. We came away truly inspired that the battle over the future of Chicago is critical to what happens not only here in all of our neighborhoods, but nationally. The significance of this fight to take Chicago back for the people in the neighborhoods, for the essential things of public education and public safety and equity is so critical. There is an urgency to stopping the corporate agenda in Chicago, throwing out the billionaires who have hijacked government at the national level, who have did it in New York for a few years, but the people there woke up, ran those guys out, elected a new leadership, and now Chicago stands to do the same thing as we move forward to the February 24th election. Okay, as we discussed with people at settings like this, and it's lively, and that's a great thing, because Sunday night you think everybody's going to be subdued and not have the type of energy that we have here. We're clear about why it is so critical. You know, Chicago, you may have read last week in Crane's business magazine, saw an increase in jobs in the central business district at a level not seen in a long, long time. It essentially signals that the Great Recession, at least in the central business district, is over and that there's recovery, and that is a positive indication. However, when you look at the neighborhoods, that prosperity isn't there yet. In order for us to have neighborhoods all over the city that can truly create the conditions and the environment for jobs to be created, for economic development to happen at the local level, for small businesses to grow and thrive and thus create jobs, we need safe neighborhoods and good public schools everywhere in the city of Chicago. And that is what we're leading with. Okay? And what we're telling and asking everyone that we're gathering with is to think about what ought to be the list of new priorities that Chicago will be governed by. Because regardless of all the specifics of those items, I guarantee you that what will be key is that the neighborhoods will be at the center of city governance. You cannot have a great city, you can't have a sustainable economy, even in the central business district, if you don't have great neighborhoods. I'm about building great neighborhoods everywhere in the city of Chicago. That is the agenda that we come to this election with. That is what we want to do, bringing prosperity to every neighborhood in the city of Chicago, because only then can we truly become a world-class and a global city when there is prosperity across the board. So I thank you for being here tonight, because that's what we seek to do. Now, over the next few weeks, we have, I think, 79 days left to election day, 79 or 80. My son does the countdown every morning. He's in Minneapolis wishing he were here, but he's helping out in every possible way that he can. He reminds us that the time is short. But I know that we can win this election for the following reason. If 1,000 people circulated in 3 weeks, imagine how many more people we can sign up to become volunteers. We won't have $10 million to contend in this election, but we have people. We already demonstrated that we had 1,000 a couple of weeks ago. We went to the House of Delegates of the Chicago Teachers Union this past week. We made a case for why it is essential that everyone take personal responsibility for taking the city back. With a strong field operation of several thousand people, we can guarantee that the disaffection, that the additional people that we register to vote, and that the people that find enthusiasm in the new conversation taking place about the future of Chicago can be channeled into a huge win for Chicago. We haven't had an opportunity like the opportunity that we have now to build a coalition across neighborhood, across race, across ethnicity, across faith lines, regardless of sexual orientation, in a long, long time. This is a wonderful time to pull Chicago together, establish clear priorities that put ordinary people at the heart of city life. Okay? And that's what I want to do on February 24th as we make the rounds in every part of the city of Chicago, asking people, this is your city, it's time to take it back. I want to be the vessel for taking it back, and I ask you to join with me in building a city that can provide opportunity, hope, and prosperity for everyone in our community. So thank you for being here tonight. I'd love to engage in a Q&A if that is what the format is. If not, keep having fun. Let's party. I want to go around and meet